if you can shift your mind in this way, you'll see that your addict, when he makes suggestions to act out, is really signaling to you that something needs to be addressed. Whether that's because you're bored or you're stressed or you're lonely or you're tired or you got triggered by something, right? Your mind, your addict self is going, hey, I don't know if you know this, but you need to pay attention to this. This needs your attention. And it does that by bringing this up, right? So if we could shift our mindset around that a little bit, we would see that that's what's going on, right? That there's a signal there that's coming from somewhere. And whether it's a signal inherently or we interpret it as a signal doesn't matter, right? So if I get an urge to act out, I'm in the program, I get an urge to act out, that's a signal to me that I need to address something. Something's going on, right? Instead, what happens, we go, oh, I just have this urge and temptation. No, there's something going on there and we want to know what it is. So that's where we step into that space and go, okay, well, let's sort through it, right? Mind signaling inadvertently that something's up and I need to address it. Feelings, like one of the things that one of the most powerful things Paul Drum, George's wife, pointed me to is this idea of being curious. And it's something I'm still practicing, something I'm still working on, right? But it's the idea of being curious about an emotion. Instead of sitting there and having the emotion and then just sitting in the emotion and just being totally controlled and, you know, whipped around and wrapped around a telephone pole by that emotion, how about we get curious about it? Why am I feeling that way? What's going on in me internally that's pulling me in that direction? But instead, what happens is we have these emotions or these feelings and we just focus in, right? We've talked about the blinders, right? The emotion comes in and we do this. And all we see is that emotion and how we feel in the moment rather than going, why do I feel that way? What's going on with me internally that I need to deal with? Because that feeling is coming from somewhere. Now, I want to clarify something, okay? So I got in a debate about this not long ago, right? Someone was talking about their feelings, right? And if you refer back to the feelings aren't facts, right? So they were talking about their feelings and I was kind of challenging some of these things and they kind of blurted out, well, my feelings are valid. I said, they are, but I think you're confusing valid with true or facts. You can feel something. And those emotions are there and present and should be recognized. The statement that you shouldn't feel like that is not a good statement. And we should never tell someone, well, you shouldn't feel that way, right? When we say that feelings are valid, we recognize that you're a human being and you have feelings, you have emotions. But it doesn't mean that whatever feelings you have are facts, right? I feel like you're doing this or you're this person. Well, that's a feeling you have that you need to sort through, right? So you have to understand that like feelings are signals and they can be valid, but what we want to do is get curious about it. Why am I having this emotion? Where's it coming from? Is it deeply rooted? Have I had it before? Right? What may cause this? And in that curiosity, we can kind of figure out what's going on, right? It's a signal that says, hey, over here, this is a problem, right? This is a problem over here, and you should pay attention to it. But that's not what we do, all right? Instead, the emotion shows up, and we slump into that emotion, and that emotion rules the day, rules us, versus us getting curious about it and going, okay, what's going on? Now, how is this related to the behavior? Why is this topic in here? Because your emotions oftentimes will drive you to act out, right? Because you're feeling some kind of way. And you're so focused on that emotion, it starts to expand. And all of a sudden, you've got this whole narrative and story going on. And now you're going down this road of trying to make yourself feel better.